A scathing audit revealed State Highway Administration leaders knowingly charged more than $350 million in unauthorized expenses to federal projects. Some of the money may not be recoverable, and it could mean the state will be on the hook to fill the gap. The findings has Republican lawmakers calling on the Attorney General to launch an investigation. Every year, the State Highway Administration is responsible for the planning, construction, improvement, maintenance, and operations of the state highway system. What started from a tip to the Waste, Fraud, and Abuse Hotline, this new audit reveals the SHA routinely charged expenses to federal fund projects not authorized by the federal government, totaling nearly $360 million that may need to be funded out of the state's coffers, like this Transportation Trust Fund. The audit also found between June 2024 and August 2025, unauthorized spending increased 3,523%. And SHA was unable to provide documentation to support the propriety of accrued federal fund revenue totaling $449 million.
Yeah, I mean, it's alarming.
House Minority Whip Jesse Pippy says the fact that the state overcharged the federal government nearly $400 million is a serious problem, especially since he says it appears Maryland was trying to hide how much money was actually in the state's Transportation Trust Fund, and now Marylanders may be on the hook for it.
It almost comes across that they were intentionally misleading individuals about the health of the Transportation Trust Fund. And the irony is that it's called the trust fund, and just the lack of trust and transparency is just shocking.
Pippy argues there are highway projects that have already been greenlit, like in his district.
We have promises that have been made and then broken under this administration. Subsequently, they have now pledged to restore the funding for, let's say, Route 15 and other projects out in Western Maryland. But then you see this report, it makes you wonder who's in charge and what are they doing with our money.
Beyond the federal expense problems, the audit found SHA did not have overtime policies in place to monitor limits, resulting in 128 employees receiving overtime payments 50% or more of their regular base salary, including 9 people who made more in overtime than their regular salaries.
Look at this report. This is a multi-level problem.
David Williams, president of the Taxpayer Protection Alliance, says the audit reveals real cracks within the Department of Transportation as a whole and deep-rooted issues that will end up costing taxpayers.
This mistake is probably going to cost Maryland taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's no surprise when you look at a Department of Transportation that is facing a shortfall of billions of dollars over the next few years. You see why this happened, is that they were trying to have their transportation projects but not fund it, and using these gimmicks and really lying.
The State Highway Administration refutes the claim that projects were not authorized, but admits expenses did exceed the initial authorized amount, adding no expenses were purposefully miscoded for federal funding. But the explanation, not good enough for Republicans. House Minority Leader Jason Buckles says this is a stunning budget shortfall, and the Attorney General must review these findings.
Well, I hope that if, in fact, there was some fraudulent activity, that those individuals are held accountable. This is serious. I mean, it's hundreds of millions of dollars. The audit didn't mince words. I mean, it said that it appears that state officials intentionally misled or misreported significant amounts of money with major implications. Somebody has to pay the bill.
In a statement to Fox 45 News, Democratic Senator Clarence Lamb, a member of the Joint Audit Committee, says the audit's findings warrant further review by the legislature, adding in part, "We have to get to the bottom of why and how this happened." Now, Delegate Pippy raised the possibility that this report may be the reason Paul Wiedefeld is no longer leading the Department of Transportation. The governor's office acknowledged our request for a response to that issue, but so far, we have yet to get a comment. Hey, I'm Mackenzie Frost. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Check out Fox Baltimore on all of our social media pages for more videos just like this.